one, yesterday I watched a video by Brenda over at 49 Dragonflies, and what she had done is she'd made something useful out of things she would normally throw away. I mean, I know that's generally what we do anyway, but I've gone with things, I've actually taken these out of the bin. So this, I cut some of it was butterflies. I cut the butterflies out, and this was actually in my bin. I threw it away, and I thought, well, I could use these little flowers here, and I could use this some more here. I could use some of the white on the back. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and make, this is a little scrap of paper that was in the bin. I've got all these little tiny bits that aren't really big enough to do much with, but I saved them anyway. These are left over from me cutting out some stickers. These are from one of the books I've got, and this is the back of the sticker page. So I've got a few bits of that. I've got this, I cut that from a book cover yesterday, and that was what was left. It's just black, like black shiny stuff. I've got this, which I usually throw this away, but I thought, well, we might be able to do something with it, might we? These, I never throw these away anyway, but you know, normally you would. They're packaging that comes with Amazon. I've got these cardboard boxes to use. I thought we could use these as a base. I've got this one. I've got this yogurt carton. I thought I could cut the cherries out of that and use those for something. I mean, I know it's a bit extreme, but I just wanted to challenge myself to do it. I got this little note with something that I purchased, and on the back of it, it's got this spotty patterned paper. I thought, well, I could use that for something, couldn't I? I've got little bits of string that aren't really long enough to do anything with, and I've got these little bits of paper that are mostly plain. I thought, well, there's a little bit of writing on there. I could use that tiny bit of writing. If I used both bits together, it'd make a big enough piece to do something with. So, got this tiny bit of fabric as well. Right, so I'm going to get my scissors, and the first thing I'm going to do is cut these cherries out. I did have a look on here to see whether there were any words I could cut out, but classic 0% fat, skier and sour cherries are not really words that you can, you know, cut out to use on you. I suppose you could use the cherry, couldn't you? Well, I might cut out the cherry. No, I've already cut it in half. I can't do that. Yeah, I suppose I could have used the word cherry, couldn't I? But I'm just going to cut these out. I thought they would make a focal point on one of my, whatever it is I decide to make. I thought I'm going to try and make a journal card and maybe a tag. Let's see if we can make something pretty out of this stuff that we would otherwise have discarded. So there's the little cherries. I think they're pretty good. And then on here, I was going to use, yeah, there's a few flowers just here I think we could use. It's like a little cluster of flowers. They would make a focal point, wouldn't they? I'll colour those in. Then I could use the back of this, which I would have thrown in the bin. It was in the bin and I did take it out of there. I could use it for some plain white paper, couldn't I? So that's quite a nice sized piece. I think we'll get another nice sized piece from down here. It's not cut very straight, but I'll cut it straight when I decide how and when I'm going to use it. There's those two little flowers there I could probably use. those out. And then another bit of yeah, I think I've got just about everything I can use. Well, I suppose I could use this piece of paper as well, couldn't I? Let's just see how big we can. Yeah, that's a reasonable size, isn't it? So yeah, let's start with a journaling card and let's cut this out to turn into a journaling card. I'm wondering if it'd be better off with this back piece because it's not so shiny. I'm going to use the back piece. Yeah, I'll cut that out. So that would make a nice sized journaling card, wouldn't it? We just need to cover this side up. Some of this Amazon packaging. This, let's go with this one. It is all just Amazon packaging, but I like how that's crinkled up. So let's cut a piece of it out. And then we will glue cover the whole of the front with it. Give ourselves a good base for our journaling card. And then I'm thinking the side of that box would be a good size for a tag. So let's turn that into a tag. We'll cut the top and the bottom off it. And I'm just going to cut this side from it because it's got like the curly edge on it, the curled up edge. Just going to straighten that up. And so we'll cut a tab shape at the top. And we'll make a hole in it. There we are, we have a tag. Now we need to cover this up, don't we? So let's see, have we got enough white to do that? We would have if we cut it a bit smaller. Or we could use some of this, what I call chip paper. I get a lot of things wrapped in these papers, and I do usually keep them anyway, but so we've got a tag and we've got a very gluey Amazon envelope, but that's okay, it served a purpose, didn't it? Then I'm going to colour in these little flowers that I cut out. So we've got that and that towards our focal points, and somewhere I've got this. This is a cookie packet, and I was thinking how pretty this was, so let's cut some of that out. Let's see if it will cover our journaling card. Not quite. We could cover half of the journaling card with it, couldn't we though? Yes, I think that would work. Yes, I think we'll do that. So we need some more glue on there. I like that. And then what about using the other part of it to do like an edge along here? and then just trim off the excess. There we go. We do have purple in both lots of flowers, don't we? So that's good. And then I'm not sure I'm going to be able to use that red though, because it doesn't really go, does it, with the purple. Never mind. We've got this along here which we could use as an edge, I think. Let's cut that out and see. I have this, which is a packet that, you know, it's a sachet that the latte was in. And I was wondering if I could do something with this gold piece at the bottom. So I'll cut it out. So actually the inside of the packet is silver. You could do something with that as well, couldn't you? So that's already got an edge on it, hasn't it? It's got that edge there. Whether we should use the smaller bit on there and the bigger bit of flower on here. And then where could the cherries go? Could we put the cherries on there, do you think? I've got these little bits of white paper that were left over from, I cut some papers to make notepads, and these bits were left over. So I could use that, couldn't I? Somewhere. Because if we do the formula, you have a piece of plain paper, you have some paper with text on it. Well, I haven't got a lot of paper with text on it, but we'll use what we've got, shall we? And then we need some patterned paper. Right, so I've got, what happened to that edge I just tore off? I cut the edge off a piece of this and now I've lost it. Where has it gone? Here it is, I think. Yeah. So, that would class as pattern paper. Then your text, then you need some plain paper. Your focal point. I like this gold. That was from my latte sachet. Can we pop that down the side there? thinking we could do with a word on there, couldn't we? So I'm just finding a few words. I found perfect there, which I thought would be good. This one, it says discover more delicious flavours. I've just cut out the discover more. Let's see if we've got anything on here. Found this little tiny, it says Rainforest Alliance, People and Nature. It looks a bit like a button, doesn't it? That'd be good for something, I'm sure. But I've done this, you know, and I'm not sure I like it. These, I'm not taken with it at all, to be honest, this bit here. This, oh, the cherries, if I'm honest. So, I like that word perfect, but it's too tiny to go on anywhere, isn't it? This, I'm thinking we could put something behind that, and what I'm thinking is a piece of this. Have you had this in your packaging before? It's usually inside an envelope, like in the lining of an envelope. Let's tear a piece of it off. It's quite strong stuff, you know. And I'm thinking that if we sort of scrunch it up a bit and fold it over, it would look a bit like a... Well, I don't know what it looks like, but I'm thinking we could put the button bit on there. Thought that looked good. Maybe I need to just ink this up a bit. Let's ink it up. What I really need is a word as big as that, but I don't think I can put gold or Nescafe on it, can I? I could cut this out as well. It looks like a button, doesn't it? I really do like that one. I'm thinking if that's bigger, if we could make this a bit bigger and put it like that. Somewhere I've got some edging that is like the negative of when you do a fancy edging with your fancy edging machine. You have like a bit that you cut off, that bit there like that. And I thought that looked quite nice on its own. I mean, it won't go with those colours, but I thought I had a white one somewhere. I'm hopeless, I'm so untidy when I'm working. I've got the black there. With this one, I'm thinking we could stick something to it so that we've got the shape but not the just add cold water bit. So we've sort of made a button, and that colour does go pretty well, doesn't it? Let's give it some I actually think I like the frog one better. Back to the frog. Yeah, the little gecko. No, it is a frog, isn't it? I think it's a tree frog. Yeah. Let's, I'm going to just put some ink on there now. I am happy with this here. I think that is going to go there. a bit higher up, and then I am going to put that on there like that. Not happy with this. No, I don't like that either. I like those three together. I'm not sure about the gold at the back. Would the gold go better down here? I really like that, those three there together like that. I wonder if we can find some more strips of, you know, paper to go along there until we get to this side where we can have that piece there with the froggy on. That's that paper, isn't it? And that's the same colour as the background, so the orange doesn't go, but I have somewhere, I've got a piece that isn't orange that's, I'm sure I had a piece that was white, or creamy colour at least. Let's tear a piece of this, tear the edges of it. And then we can ink it up. Put that next. I'm liking this. Yes, now I could do with that other piece of text. Oh, honestly, I'm hopeless. I've lost it, haven't I? I've got this, which is like a piece of the plain paper. What if we swap these around a bit and put the black bit there and this plain bit, I'm going to just make it a little bit smaller, a bit narrower, and tear the edge a bit because I want the edge torn. I really love this bit here, and it's all done with little bits of paper. And then I've got these bits of paper here, which I'm wondering if I can go across this way. So we've got gold, black, brown. We need something for here, don't we? Do we think the flowers will go? No, I just think they look too amateurish because I'm a bit rubbish at that. That does look a bit better, doesn't it, now I've inked that up? Yes. Yes, I'm going to glue it all down and I'm going to be satisfied. I'm actually just going to get another piece of this and put it behind my flowers. So there we are, that's the journaling card done. I will make the tag and then I'll come back and show you when it's finished. Okay, so I eventually got my tag done. I could not get it how I wanted it, and in the end I got my shape cutter out and cut out some circles and some little tiny butterflies and used those, and this is the end result. I'm quite pleased with it. It's quite colourful. It's all made of stuff that I got out of the bin. The butterflies are cut out of those pieces of card. Yeah, I even found a little tiny bit of this which was just long enough to give the tag a little tie at the top. This piece here was a frayed bit of some rick-rack braid that I'd had. So yeah, there's the tag, and then here is the journaling card. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.